The next award is the Doyle E. Carlton Award and is presented in recognition of one's devotion to Christian higher education and in appreciation for their extraordinary contribution to the life and development of Stetson University, the City of DeLand, and the state of Florida. Our winner this year is Judy Russell, class of 1962.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nancy Walker Bayless, class of 1962. I am pleased today to celebrate my friend and classmate, Judy Green Russell, this year's recipient of the Doyle E. Carlton Award. The Doyle E. Carlton Award is given every year in recognition of one's devotion to Christian higher education and in appreciation for his or her extraordinary contributions to the life and development of Stetson University, the City of DeLand, and the state of Florida. Judy's life and her work exemplifies a devotion to Christian higher education. She has made extraordinary contributions to the lives of thousands of men and women and children through her ministry in the Philippines with the Christian Life Foundation. She has proudly shared the stories of her Stetson University education as she travels the world. While at Stetson, Judy majored in social work and graduated in 1962. After graduation, she received a scholarship to Tulane University in New Orleans, Louisiana, where she studied and received a master's of social work. Her path as a social worker brought her to Atlanta, Georgia, before settling back into Jacksonville, Florida, where she currently resides. After returning to Jacksonville and ever interested in learning to understand the Bible better, she went to the Luther Rice Seminary to take New Testament Greek. She said that during that course, she talked with her professor about her earlier call to missions and how her path had changed. The professor told her, "God didn't change his mind, you changed yours." Judy then began counseling with the pastors at First Baptist Church in Jacksonville and began to look for a way that a divorced single parent like herself could be used on the mission field. In 1982, an organization called Christian Life Foundation needed a social worker in the Philippines to start feeding programs for hungry children. Dr. Homer Lindsay Jr. from First Baptist Church asked Judy to begin her ministry with the Christian Light Foundation. Judy committed to do it for 2 years, and after those 2 years, she knew her place was in the Philippines. Shortly after the turn of this century, the Philippine government required missionaries to have a degree from a Christian school or a Bible college. Judy then earned her second master's degree from the St. Thomas Christian College in Jacksonville, Florida. And at the same time, St. Thomas Christian College honored Judy with an honorary Doctorate of Divinity. Judy spent 35 years in the Philippines as a missionary, primarily to the urban poor. She grew the ministry from a staff of 1 herself to a staff of over 20 national missionaries ministering from the far north to the furthest southern regions of the Philippines. During her time there, over 2 million were documented to having heard the gospel, with most declaring their faith in Christ. While there, Judy adopted 2 Filipino children. All 3 of her children are now living in the USA, and she has 6 grandchildren. In 2014, Judy began her transition out of leading the mission's day-to-day operations and left the Philippines, returning home to Jacksonville. However, she's not through. After retiring from the active mission field in the Philippines, she returned to Jacksonville and still works to help direct the many ministries of the Christian Light Foundation Philippines. Judy is still going strong, and with her positive attitude is now working as a partnership development coordinator for Living New Ministries International, raising support for many of their missionaries from her home in Jacksonville. She has devoted her life to helping others, and I am humbled and honored to be able to call Judy a friend and a Stetson hatter. Judy Green Russell has been awarded the recipient of the Doyle E. Carlton Award for her services as
I can't believe it.
recognition to her devotion to higher Christian education and appreciation to her service to Stetson. So we're here to say congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much. I can't believe it.